This is how I learned Arabic in just 1 year. Shh, it's a secret. The interesting thing is, I'm not even that good at languages, and I'm not a highly motivated person. Okay, I need to take a seat after that. And on top of that, Arabic is considered one of the hardest languages for native English speakers. فإذا كان هذا صح، كيف تعلمت اللغات العربية? Well, stick around to the end of this video, because on my language learning journey, I found multiple methods that changed my perspective and actually helped me to enjoy the process, and I haven't heard anyone talking about these. So my Arabic journey began in Jordan, and let me tell you, Jordan was crazy. Well, crazy amazing, but honestly, sometimes just straight up crazy. I studied at a small language school that taught the Jordanian dialect of Arabic. This is also classified under the Levantine dialect of Arabic, which is spoken in Jordan, Syria, Palestine, and Lebanon. At the school, they used a very traditional teaching style. The classes had a heavy focus on grammar and vocabulary acquisition. This school honestly gave me a great foundation, but it was quite intensive as well. It was 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, and that's not including any study time. I left each class with about 15 to 20 new words to learn by the next day. It was intense. But here's the real trick that helped me both speak exponentially faster and kept my motivation. I would study for 1 month, and I would take 1 month off. But here's the catch. In the month off, I filled every day by starting conversations with random strangers in Arabic. I even traveled to other Arabic-speaking countries and did the same there. Now, in this time, I didn't try to take any notes or write down new words and study them. I simply used what I already knew and connected with people. So basically, I just talked a lot. Maybe a little too much. But over this time, this is what I found. When you're learning a language, you need to find something that you're passionate about. Is it talking to people? Is it binging a series on Netflix? Is it sports or gaming? Is it watching people talk about sports or gaming on Netflix? Whatever it is that you enjoy, find a way to do those things in a context where you're using your desired language. If you do this, over time, you'll naturally absorb the vocabulary without a need to study. But be sure to partner this with some form of language study so that you continue to progress. And yes, still it will be a lot of work, and it will be exhausting, just as is acquiring any new skill for that matter. If you find ways to incorporate the things that you enjoy, you'll have fun in the process. During this time, the main problem came when I started to compare myself to those around me. I am a highly competitive person, and there were others in my class that were honestly learning faster than I was. Their vocabulary was much broader than mine, and their grammar was much better than mine. And this discouraged me for quite some time. But when I was able to stop focusing on being the best or the fastest and just enjoying the process, all of that faded away. So don't compare. After this first 6 months of study, no, I wasn't fluent, but I was able to communicate most of the things that I wanted to. Now, I couldn't have a deep philosophical conversation or explain the theory of relativity, but to be honest, I actually don't know if I can do that in English. But I had reached an intermediate level of Arabic within just 6 months of studying. And then much later, like 5 years later, I picked up my Arabic studies again. I started studying online through another school in Jordan. But this school had a very different approach to teaching languages, and honestly, it fit my learning style perfectly. Now, some people are naturally good at studying from a textbook or memorizing things off of flashcards, and although I see the value in those things, I am not one of those people. So this teaching style actually eliminated the need for a textbook or for flashcards. And you don't even have to learn reading and writing for this method, but you can if you want to. This is called the GPA method, or the growing participator approach. Now, what's interesting about this method is that from day one, all of your classes are in your desired language, meaning you don't use your native language whatsoever. In my case, it was Arabic. And you work your way through 6 phases. Now, I won't break down each of these phases, but I'll include a link in the description if you're interested. But basically, each of these phases covers a different range of topics, and as you go, your vocabulary gradually gets deeper and deeper. A standard class starts with a review of your previous lesson. Then you both talk to and listen to native speakers of your desired language, and your teacher records any new words for you. And at the end of the lesson, your teacher will place each of these new words into a sample sentence and record them for you. You also give a sample sentence for each new word. And my favorite part, for homework, you simply listen to the recordings. That's it. That is the GPA method. And it can be done in person or online. Honestly, this is my favorite approach to learning that I've ever been a part of. In the classes, you talk about things ranging from fruits and vegetables to politics. Gross. But it's amazing. Another cool thing about this approach is that it was made to be reproduced. Meaning, if you have a language tutor now, you could simply show them this method and begin tomorrow. Now, to be clear, I'm in no way sponsored by the GPA method or any language school, but I just really love this approach. So after a total of 1 year of classes, how is my Arabic now? Well, I'm still not fluent and I'm far from being at the level of a native speaker, but I've seen myself progress a ton. And if you want to see me speaking Arabic, go ahead and check out some of my other videos. So if you are learning Arabic, or any new language for that matter, keep it up. Enjoy the process, don't compare, and finally, subscribe.